Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kopano Ramashala, founder and MD at Bakwena Telecommunications. Now, in today's episode, we'll be discussing if Starlink is an African ISP killer or potential savior. Let's get into it. Now, this is somewhat of a touchy issue, especially because I'm based in South Africa and Starlink has been temporarily banned, or it's illegal for Starlink to operate in my country. Reason being, they don't have the correct licensing to first provide that service, as well as, provide a service over their hardware. With that being said, what they need to do in order to be granted said license, they need to obviously abide by the requirements for said license. And that's where the issue is. They do not want to abide by the rules and regulations that have been stipulated in the Telecommunications Act, which is enforced by our ICASA. Now, the specific rule is that they need to have at least 30% shareholding by a previously disadvantaged individual that is obviously South African, which looks like me, so, I would love it. Elon, you can holler, bro. 30% of those monies, will retire nice. But anyway, I think that's why they don't want to give someone a share. Anyway, let's move on to the meat of the subject here. Why do we either see Starlink as a threat or a possible advantage? Well, obviously, to begin things, I don't believe people that are in urban areas who already have solid internet connections, whether fiber or fixed wireless, will require or would want to even go that route. I mean, with the new mini kits from Starlink, the equipment kit itself could be plus minus 5,500 Rand, and you could be paying between 900 and 1,006 for the service, where now we are paying anywhere from 380 or 250 depending on your service provider and the technology that they have, and 1,200 also depending on your ISP and the service that they're providing and the speed. So we would not want to go from your 900 into the late 1,000s. It's just too much. It's too much for us. So yeah, in terms of people in urban areas, won't work. But in terms of people in rural areas, then we're talking another story. The technology will work. The price point, still a bit of an issue. Yes, people that are farmers that could afford, people that, earn good incomes in those areas, definitely they're going to benefit from it, and they'll probably just buy the kits and, move with it. Lovely stuff. So, yeah, in that regard, yeah, it's all good. But now, for the normal man on the street, whereby 5,500 could be groceries for 5 months, 900 to 1,006 is a large chunk of their income, if there is any income at all. So the argument that Starlink will close the digital divide in a place like South Africa and the rural areas, I think not. Even in Africa, for example, in Nigeria, Starlink is now the number 2 ISP. But if we factually look at things, if we go to the rural areas of Nigeria, not a lot of people have it because of issues of poverty and not affording to actually pay for the service. And they'd rather spend their money elsewhere. So with that being said, that's what brings me to my next point. Starlink will become the biggest business opportunity for a lot of African ISPs. We already have great demands in the rural areas. I'm talking about deep Benekanti, Northwest, Limpopo, Mpumalanga, KZN, and this is in South Africa. There's places where even your traditional cell phone it's an issue for you to even make a phone call. I know a place in Limpopo where you need to call whoever's on that farm from a specific place. If you don't make a call to them that you're coming, they won't know that you're at the gate, because once you're at their gate, they don't have any network. And they also need to be at a specific area of their farm for them to get your call. So it's places like that that definitely need Starlink and would absolutely benefit from it. That's definitely a no-brainer. And that brings me now to what I'm about to say. If, for example, Bakwena Telecommunications sets up a WISP tower in that specific area or farm, has Starlink as its backhaul, it changes the game completely. That means we now have 200 to 300 megs of internet connected to our tower, which can give us, plus minus 20 customers, and that would absolutely offset the cost of the monthly subscription and the Starlink kit, and it'll allow people to connect to the internet. And that's where we close the digital divide, because once that cost is now split, then it means it'll be cheaper to get connected when you are far off in the bundus. That's number one. If you set up hotspots where people can buy daily vouchers of 5 Rand, weekly vouchers of 40 Rand, monthly vouchers of 150 or 160 Rand, that's absolutely no-brainer for the people that are in that specific area. They'll be able to use that internet connection and pay for it with ease. So this should be telling you something, that it's definitely an advantage for having Starlink in your country, number one, and specifically for its use in the use case that I have described before. Look at this. Airtel, Vodacom, they've decided to partner with Starlink. They don't see them as competition, or they don't see them as someone to fight with. They are viewing low Earth orbit companies as partners. For example, the direct-to-cell technology that Starlink will be offering, these big mobile network providers know that they have blind spots, not only in the urban areas, but most definitely in the rural areas. And this technology will definitely allow them to do what they need to do, and that is to continue to provide services to their existing customers and any potential new ones that are inclined to the brand. So that's where my argument lies, and this is what I mean, that Starlink is definitely a potential savior. They just need to jump over the various regulatory loopholes or hurdles, rather, let me not say loopholes. They need to jump over those hurdles and abide by the regulations, as all of us have done, and simply operate, and let's work together. With that being said, I'm done with this video. What I'd like most definitely is your comments. I'd like to hear what you think about the subject. Would you use Starlink with the prices that they have? Would you use Starlink as a backhaul provider? And if you have Starlink in your country, please let us know, how's the service? How much are you paying? Is it worth it for you? Are people in the rural areas affording it or not? So please let us know in the description. I'd love to know so we can continue to chat about it. Last thing before I run away, guys, there's only one way to contact me, with the email that's right here. info@kopanoramashala.co.za. There's no other way. There's no WhatsApp number, there's no call center, nada. info@kopanoramashala.co.za. We're not gonna WhatsApp each other or anything like that. Send me an email. If and when I have the time, I'll definitely respond. FYI, some people's emails go straight into the junk or spam folder, so please, in the subject line, kindly just put a subject there, because some don't even put a subject. Others just talk about WISP setup in the subject line at least, so you're not routed to the spam or junk mail automatically and I don't see your email and you say I'm not responding. So that's that. And yeah, I look forward to seeing your comments. In our next video, we'll be doing a point-to-point connection using the new MikroTik LHG-AX satellite dishes or WISP dishes. Let me see if I have one here, close by somewhere. Yeah, so this is basically it. And yeah, let's see if we can get 2.5 gigs across the point-to-point in our next video. But you're welcome to join me as we set it up. We also had a bit of difficulty setting up this specific one because we're used to the former AC and N802.11 devices, which had a specific way of setting them up. Smooth. This one, it gave us a bit of a headache. We had to put it up on a tower, take it down, put it up, take it down, swap it for another equipment vendor, and then work with it on the floor. But we eventually cracked it. So this video will be for all of the MikroTik fundies that are struggling to do point-to-point on these AX devices. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.